Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Termites. Oh, hello. Welcome back to the Mask Fan Attic, fellow Mask fanatics. Tonight's mask, it comes from the future past, the past future, I guess you might say. Because Lost in Space, the TV series, was a long, long time ago. 1967, I believe, was when the particular episode we're about to cover was aired, was in 1967. And, it was set in the future. However, I believe it was set in the future year of 1998 by that time. So the future isn't what it used to be. See, 1998 was the future in 1966, but now it's the pet. Well, anyway, in an episode called The Golden Man, there was an outrageous alien who sent many, many millions of children to bed with nightmares. And this is him. That's right. This appalling, hideous affront to nature was from the episode The Golden Man, and they didn't really give a name of the species of what he is. However, they did use the mask later on several other episodes whenever they needed a bunch of generic aliens for some reason or other, leading me to conclude that somewhere out in the galaxy there is a planet populated by guys who look like this. Okay? And you may be thinking, what is that, Dr. Lady? Is that a Picasso drawing of Meatwad? Well, no it isn't. Although, astute observation, good guess on your part. A pat on the back for you for that. Give me fat, yeah, no, never mind. Good guess, but no, it's actually Mr. Keema, K-E-E-M-A, also known as the Golden Man. Now in the episode, there's a Golden Man, of course, who is immediately trusted and loved by everybody on Lost in Space because he's all gold, and they talk about how handsome he is. He has a gold face and a gold costume, and actually the character was played by Dennis Patrick, who you may remember as Jason McGuire, one of the bad guys on the original Dark Shadows soap opera. Okay, same guy, played Jason McGuire, was Mr. Keema, who, turns out to be not such a good guy, even though he looks all handsome and gold and everybody's impressed with his looks. At the end, it turns out this is his true form, and the handsome alien was simply an illusion he was projecting, because aliens could do that back in the 1960s. You see, almost all aliens knew how to do that on television in the 60s. Anyway, this is his true form. So the story was kind of a lesson in being judgmental and judging a book by its cover and judging by appearances and that sort of thing, because everybody trusted the Golden Man because he was so good looking, because he looked like a golden man already, and nobody liked his enemy, who was a little kind of hunchbacked, crabbed, squat-toed looking thing with a big papier-mâché frog head for a face. Nobody liked him, but it turned out he was actually the good guy, and the handsome Golden Man was the bad guy. However, if you think about that philosophically, I'm not sure exactly what the message is there ultimately, because at the end of the day, it turns out the ugly thing is the bad guy. So, you know, the only reason they thought he was handsome is because it was an illusion, and his real countenance was the ugliest thing ever, and looked like this. See? So, what is the message there? I don't know. Ultimately, the ugliest thing is the worst, the bad guy, the evil thing. Now, again, 1967 was when the episode was produced, and this outrageous mask, which is huge, I don't know if you could tell how much bigger than my head this is. This mask was made in 2013 by the wacky Maskatron, Eric Shearer in North Carolina. And I don't know how many of these there are out there, but I doubt there are many. This may be the only one, I'm not sure. But you can imagine, the mask itself weighs a ton. The mold must weigh as much as a mid-sized automobile. And it must be the size of a mid-sized automobile, come to think of it. And extremely difficult to fill it with latex and pour it and cast it and make castings of this thing. This one is mostly foam filled. And then I've got a plastic jar in the neck as a base, but I like it. It doesn't exactly look like the height of anatomical organic realism, but it's kind of cool in an abstract art sort of way. It almost is so outrageously ugly, it almost works on another level from most masks because it almost just looks like an art piece, like some sort of ugliness, some sort of study in ugliness, what with the little sprouty, prickly hairs sticking up out of there, and the drippy yellow stuff, and the one eye being several inches from where it belongs. It's kind of disturbing, and very disturbing in the Lost in Space episode where it was first used, where it was the true face of the Golden Man, and scared kids half to death back in the day. So, cool mask, I think. I'm probably not going to be wearing it anytime soon. I'm probably not going to be seeing anybody wearing one of these because I don't know where you'd see out of, or well, you probably fall over and bounce down the street if you tried wearing it. But a cool thing and an interesting throwback to one of the cool old science fiction TV series of the past, Lost in Space. And if you can imagine having to lift the mold to make one of these and pour the latex out of this, I can't imagine. All you could say is, oh, the pain.